seeing where this campaign in Bihar is heading. You understand Bihar better than most people do. Will voters, when they go out in these three phases, vote on issues like Article 370, Galwan, nationalism, or do you think jobs, unemployment, migration, those are the issues that will determine voting behavior?
Manisha, so Rahul, the second part of what you said is extremely important to Bihar. Rahul, can you hear me?
I hear you well.
Okay, so the second part of what you just said, jobs, unemployment, migration, somehow these are coming to be the center stage of this election in Bihar. And my reading is that the three rallies that the Prime Minister did today were very, very Bihar-focused rallies. They were kind of giving it back to the campaign that has been built by the Mahagathbandhan up until now. He went on to, the television studio debate versus what happened in the Prime Minister's rallies, I see it as completely different. The Prime Minister had a Bihar-specific tone, intonation. He was referring to the opponents as those who brought to Bihar the tag of being a Bimaru. Now that lapetos at one go all of Lalu Yadav's rule as also the prior rule of the Congress party at one go in a political statement. Now he also spoke about the fact that it is his government that is going to be setting up AIIMS and IITs. Remember, the Mahagathbandhan is talking about higher education, it's talking about jobs. Now here's a Prime Minister who's saying that, look, we are going to do this. The Prime Minister also had a very veiled statement made to the RJD when he spoke about Raghuvansh Babu. He spoke about two important sons of Bihar, the sunset of socialism literally, with Ramvilas Paswan going and Raghuvansh Babu going. Now everybody knows that Raghuvansh Babu was given a very raw deal by the RJD. He had been a stalwart leader. So to the Bihari, today the Prime Minister's speeches and the three rallies have come as a very, very local specific message. Yes, indeed, all of what you said and our esteemed panelists have spoken about were mentioned, but those are going to make the debate between the BJP and the Congress party on the ground a very, very specifically tailored set of issues are on top of the electorate's agenda, and the electorate could see a ring in what the Prime Minister had to offer today. The second important part was that there's a lot of Vishwasniyata now around Narendra Modi. Remember, he fought 2014 without Nitish Kumar. He fought 2019 with Nitish Kumar. He's been able to come victorious in 2 rounds. So there is a political Prime Minister who's been able to build a credibility for himself, a credibility graph that has been increasing, and it's increased with Pulwama, and it's increased with the steps that the Indian Army took. And I think the Prime Minister taking the credit for it to the hilt and going with his credibility to the electorate. So one will have to see what this high graph of the BJP can do for the somewhat flat, soaring downwards graph of Nitish Kumar's JDU. That's the question before the electorate.
I think you put it well.
As far as the Prime Minister's rallies are concerned, they've had a very, very local intonation.